Hello everyone, I'm Punchy, and I've been speedrunning since 2013. Jesus Christ, that's not a fun thought. Anyway, over the past 6 or 7 years that I've done this, I've learned well over 60 runs and that number grows by the week. As a result of this, I know a lot of really stupid things about a lot of games. So today I wanted to try making a video that collates some of this esoteric knowledge into one place. The sort of thing I wouldn't be able to make a full single video out of, just sort of a bunch of odds and ends, hence the name, mostly to amuse myself. These will be presented in no particular order, and the only particular theming is that the fact is pointless, impractical, marginal, or otherwise extremely obtuse. So let's get on with it. So let's start off with a familiar game, and a totally pointless quirk at that. Salahu II runs are normally timed with the in-game timer, which removes load times from the equation, meaning your end result has no relationship to the hardware you ran the game on. But that doesn't mean there are no version differences. In particular, the red liquid glitch, which is normally used to skip a boss fight, causes Harry's model to fly around and distort rapidly. But the exact way his model undergoes this distortion depends on the platform you perform the glitch on. Most people just skip this cutscene and run, so you never actually see this, but it's fun! I told you this was going to be pointless. You also get different results for PS3 and PS1, but I'm not recording more footage for something that's going to be on screen for the next 2 seconds. Moving straight on to another survival horror classic, Salahu II. If you've ever seen a run of this game or tried it yourself, you know that quick saves are abused frequently for a variety of purposes, that little game saved in the corner. But if you're just mashing away at it pointlessly when you enter a room, you run the risk of causing text corruption to happen, which replaces text with entirely random strings on no real basis that I understand. This is cute and harmless most of the time, but other times it can cause serious issues up to and including locking the game up completely, so you don't actually get a lot of chance to play around with it in a live setting. It can be fun though. Or threatening, in the case of this crash. It looks like something out of a creepypasta, really, doesn't it? From horror classic to modern indie, because I told you these had no particular theme. Chicory, A Colourful Tale. It's a game about a dog with a magic paintbrush, and it's very cool. Anyway, in categories like 100% and all bosses, at around the halfway point in the run, you have to make a transit pass to use the game's fast travel system. This prompts you for information like player name and birthday. Unless you're playing the game in French, Brazilian Portuguese, or Italian, where it will also prompt you for preferred gender identity to accommodate languages that use gendered grammar. Whereas this doesn't come up if you just play the game in English, because the game is written to specifically avoid gendering the player character. Crucially, it doesn't matter what choice of gender you pick, it's just that it's faster to ignore the concept of gender entirely. It's very marginal, it's like 5 seconds, so tough break French gamers, but the English and German speakers of the world get to go fast at least. This doesn't come up at all in the game's any % run, so I imagine even people who run this game don't know that this is a thing. I included this one just because I think it's intrinsically funny that there is a video game where it is canonically faster to be agender. That's something I just think is inherently amusing. I hope you agree. Continuing on this semi-loose train of thought of recent indie darlings, let's talk about psychological horror RPG Omori. Now, Omori is constructed on the RPG Maker MV engine, and one of the things that engine natively supports is moving the character around the screen by clicking directly on the screen. Something a few MV games that run in browsers utilize. However, Omori contains scripts that disable the mouse input from functioning, only allowing keyboard or controller input. But what about the fourth option? Can you guess it? Take a second to see if you can. Leave a comment if you must, make a game out of it, it'll be fun. I want to see if you're a canny bunch. Whatever scripting that handles this did not account for the possibility of someone using a touchscreen monitor, which MV supports and is classed by the engine as distinct from mouse input. This allows you, during the first Fear Boss sequence, to direct the player character back up the stairs to start the fight early, the game not normally allowing you to walk directly into the photorealistic hand that you're clearly supposed to be running away from. This saves about 10 seconds-ish, and nobody uses it in runs because we're not exactly in a hurry to rush out to buy several $100s worth of equipment to gain 10 seconds in a speedrun that's 3 hours long. Sue us. Thank you to Omori Speedrun Discord user I'm an issue for the footage as well, because absolutely nobody has a touchscreen monitor to test this. This is the only footage that exists of this in action. If you want to be the person who buys a piece of equipment worth several $100s to, like, start an argument in the Omori speedrun community, then you have my blessing, you crazy darling. And I'll wrap it up for now, keeping this video kind of short on purpose because I don't want to make a long video, even though this topic is actually quite fun to write about for me. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe and all that jazz. It really does help with directing my efforts, considering this video exists more or less as a short test of the format, so if you liked it, please do let me know, and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much for watching.